Hello, this is Noreen from Joy of Cards, and today we're going to make a card from the Peaceful Poppies suite. So what we're going to use is we're going to have the peaceful moments, all the sentiments. We're going to use a couple there. Painted poppies. We're going to use both of the sets from the poppies dies. We're going to use this little edging die, which is fantastic. I've used this on another card, and it is a wonderful little border thing. Really kind of changes the look of the card. So, I mean, if you don't have this set, I would buy it just for this silly little die here. I know you have to make it a few times, but it's great. And then also we're going to use this die, the swirly die here. And then from this one over here, we're going to be using this die in the corner here. So that is what we're going to be using today. So it's only the one suite, so I'm not jumping around to a bunch of things today. So the first thing we're going to do is get our melon mambo and do the 5.5 by 4 1/4. You all know that. And then I'm going to take a piece of shimmer white. Whenever you're kind of sponging or doing a lot of ink on something, I think the shimmer white just looks better. So we're going to do this piece first. Now, if you notice, I'm going to put a cut here in the corner on the black. Now, the black piece is going to be a 3.75 by 5. And you're going to take that big die from Poppy Moments and you're going to put it in the corner and you're going to die cut this little piece. So this paper, which is 3.75 by 5, will look like that. So we've got that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the stamp from Painted Poppies, this one here and the splotchy one here, and we're going to get lovely lipstick and melon mambo, and we're going to just really stamp it up. So you might want to grab a piece of scratch paper just to kind of keep things clean. So grab your piece, open up your lovely lipstick, melon mambo, and you're going to put the melon mambo is going to be the flat one. So we're going to make sure that we get the edges here. And if you go if you give it a couple of stamps off, it'll give it some different color here. And just work it. All right. And then let's go ahead and close the box. You know how boxes like to eat you. So, and then we're going to flip it over and I put both stamps on there. The other stamp is that splotchy one here again. And we're going to do the lovely lipstick. And we're going to give it a splotch, and a splotch, and a splotch, and a splotch, and a splotch. Just making sure you get that edge because, you know, that's going to have that, it's going to stick out here. And then you want to splotch here for the flowers. And that's it. Put that to the side. Close up your ink and make sure you don't have any ink on your hands. And if you do, grab a baby wipe, go to the bathroom, get it off because we're going to be working with a lot of white paper and you don't want to like kill your project at the end, which I'm notorious for doing. I did it today, in fact. So we've got that all inked up and then we've got our die cut piece here. And go ahead and grab your silicone craft sheet, which this is another fantastic thing to have because my workstation is always nice and clean, so it's really nice. I generally don't like to snail around open things, but I just did it anyway. I'm a rebel today. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the corner like so. And then the holiday rhinestone basic jewels are still in the catalog, so I'm going to put those here. Now, I do give away the demo card, but you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're a first-time subscriber, you could win the card, but you need to go also on my website, joyofcards.com, and join there and write me a little note. Say, hey, I watched the video and I'm a first-time subscriber. Did I win the demo card? And I'll let you know because people are subscribing, but they're not giving me a way to contact them back, especially if you have a private YouTube. I can't talk to you, so that's kind of a bummer. So, all right, so we've got that going. I went ahead and put the rhinestones on here. It looks really pretty. Now, I went ahead and pre-cut the little edging from Painted Labels. It's that one label that is like, so this is a fantastic die. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my fine tip glue, which I love, and I'm just going to lift up the edge here, and I'm just going to stick the glue right under here. And then I'm going to take one of those die cuts, and I'm just going to place it, watch my head here, sorry. I want to put my head in the camera. And take one here. And you're going to cut 4 of these little die cuts. And one of the reasons why I like glue is when you're positioning something, if you use glue, you can move it around. If you use snail, yeah, it's kind of tough to do. So, and then when you get to the edge, all you have to do is snip that puppy right off. Okay, and then we're going to glue the other side. Oh. And only a little gets on the bottom here, so just like snip it off real careful. All right, so there we go, and just throw that away. All right, the next part we're going to do is we're going to die cut this little swirly here in Melon Mambo, which I've already done. Okay, and then we're going to take a piece of shimmer white again, and we're going to take our 2-inch punch and punch a circle, which I did. All right, and then you're going to take your swirly thing and a pencil, like a real thin, like one of these mechanical pencils, and you're going to draw around the circle because we're going to back this. So I'm going to take a second, and I've already pre-done that. I'm going to cut it out, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and I cut out my circle. Make sure that you didn't like mess it up on the way. So just kind of line it up. And then we're going to do that, that sponging kind of thing with our stamps again. So get out your Melon Mambo and Lovely lipstick. And you're going to do the Melon Mambo on the flat again. So get your scratch paper and just give it a quickie without doing your finger like I just did. Okay, cover the whole thing. All right, and then the Lovely lipstick is in the little dotted one. So give it a few dots. All right, put that, and we also need to stamp the inner circle here. And what I did is I just used the flat side of it. So go ahead and just take the flat side. Don't do the speckly part, it's just too much of a distraction. All right, and that's in the Melon Mambo, which is just a lighter color. All right, so we went ahead and we sponged our little one, and we're going to use, these are the moments we blah, 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 blah. It's from the Peaceful Moments, of course. And we're going to stamp this in, I'm going to use Stays On in the inside the card, so I'm going to just use Stays On the front, even though I don't have to worry about it bleeding onto anything. I'm going to use the Stays On in black and just line it up. Remember not to rock it or anything like that. And boom, looks fantastic. So I'm going to cover up my Stays On. Make sure I don't have anything in my hands, of course. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue these together, and I'll be right back. I went ahead and I used my fine tip glue, and I glued that on. And then you're going to take some dimensionals, and we're going to dimensional this up and place it on there as well. Through the stickers on the floor where they belong. And we're just going to line this up here and cover up those little dashes, and there we go. And we're going to take this, and we're also going to dimensional. I forgot, it's like, didn't I dimensional that or did I glue that? I don't remember. Okay, so we're going to dimensional these as well and put that on through the paper on the floor. Just, I'll get it later. And we're going to put this right, and I kind of like it catawonky like that. Cool. So, and then we'll take our card front, move this, take our card front, And I'll put it on in the middle. And that's the front of the card. Looks cool. And then that is the card. So all we have to do now is the inside of the card. And the inside of the card, I've got the DS paper from Peaceful Poppies, and see how it all matches. And I'll snail this up. And this one is cut 5 1/4 by 4. And then I'm going to take shimmer white again. I like the shimmer white. And I am going to use this little stamp from Painted Poppies, and I'm going to use the StazOn. And the reason why I'm using the StazOn is because I'm going to use my blending pens and color in the stem. So I don't want the ink to run. So I'm going to go ahead and put the flower on first. I'm going to take it all the way to the end. Make sure you don't cut off the leaf on the left. Try not to rock it or smush it too hard or whatever. All right, and then I'm also, while it's out, I might as well do the sentiment in StazOn as well. So I'll do congratulations. And just put that right here. And pull it up. Get rid of the ink that says, oh, smush me on your card, please. No. And then I'm going to take my blending pens and I'm going to color in the stem. I've got dark old olive, which I'm going to do the pointy end here and do the stem and the leaf. And I'll color this up and I'll be right back. All right, so we went ahead and colored our stem, and then we're going to take the tiny little smushy stamp here from Painted Poppies, the small one, and we're going to get that Melon Mambo out again. And we're going to do this twice. So I'm going to smush it here on the big one, and then just take a little bit and just get that little bud, just a little bit, just like that. And make sure you put your ink away. Make sure you don't have anything on your hand. So baby wipe it, go to the bathroom. This is the part where you're definitely gonna smush and put ink on your thing. So I've already done it today, like I said. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over, snail it up, turn it over, and pop it right on. That's pretty. So that's the card. So if you like it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also join my Joy of Cards website. Joy of Cards website, you can look at all the cards, all the YouTube videos. You can place orders and send me a comment on this card and say, hey, I watched the video. Did I win the card? And I'll go, did you subscribe? And I'll see if you subscribed. I just can't talk to you. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll tell you, yeah, you won the card, and I'll mail it to you. I'll stick it in the mailbox. So anyway, that's the card. So that's it. Bye.